Here's a useful method for reversing into a parking bay. From your starting position, minimize distractions and make all-round observations to confirm that it is safe to move. When it is safe to do so, maneuver the vehicle slowly into a position so that the reversing line into the bay is as straight as possible, given the space available. Continue to make all-round observations. Be prepared to stop and wait if you need to give way to another road user. Make full observations before you start to reverse into the parking bay. Continue to look and listen throughout the reversing maneuver, particularly before any significant steering action, because this causes the front end of the car to swing to either side. At the end of your maneuver, your vehicle should be neatly within the bay, with enough room for the doors to open without undue obstruction to or from other vehicles. However, if you are not absolutely straight, it's okay to shunt back and forwards to straighten the vehicle. When the time comes to leave your parking bay, take account of the surrounding area and any passing traffic. For example, vulnerable road users and vehicles. Here's a useful method for driving into a parking bay. As you approach the bay, stop at a position as far away from the end of the bay as space allows to achieve the straightest line into the bay. Be mindful of the fact that the back wheels do not steer and do not follow the front wheels when turning sharply to the left or right. Minimize distractions and make full observations before you start to move and throughout your maneuver. When safe to do so, drive forward slowly so that you can judge when to steer into the bay. You should have enough time to adjust the steering as you ease forward into the bay. Be prepared to stop to give way to other road users. At the end of your maneuver, your vehicle should be neatly within the bay, with enough room for the doors to open without undue obstruction to or from other vehicles. However, if you are not absolutely straight, it's okay to shunt back and forwards to straighten the vehicle. When the time comes to leave your parking bay, take account of the surrounding area and any passing traffic, for example, vulnerable road users and vehicles. Everyone has their own way to parallel park and there is no single correct method. It's okay to take your time and remember that the principles of safe driving, observation, anticipation and planning and the safe stopping rule also applies to parking. Do not park on drop curbs, pavements, driveways or in delivery bays. Observe parking signs and restrictions and do not park too close to a junction. It blocks the view of other road users. Select a space that is 1.5 times the length of your vehicle or more. This should be enough to park in with additional room to maneuver so that you minimize the risk of causing damage around you. In your direction of travel on a two-way street, line up parallel to curb, with your near side mirror just past the furthest away end of the vehicle you intend parking behind. Turn on the near side indicator to show that you are maneuvering. Minimize distractions and make full observations before you start to move and throughout your maneuver. Select reverse gear and, if safe to do so, reverse until the top of your back seat is in line with the nearest end of the vehicle you intend parking behind. Before steering towards the curb, make further observations and, if safe to do so, turn the steering wheel one full turn towards the curb. Keep looking around as the back of your car edges towards the curb and the front edges out into the road. When the line of the curb appears just under the near side door handle, as seen in the near side mirror, turn the steering wheel 2 complete turns away from the curb. This enables the back of the car to edge out away from the curb as the front sweeps in. As soon as the car is parallel to the curb, make one final turn towards the curb to straighten the wheels. At the end of your maneuver, your vehicle should be neatly parked parallel to the curb and with enough room for you to leave the space safely. If you are not absolutely straight, it's okay to shunt back and forwards to straighten the vehicle. Remember to look and listen while you make your final adjustments.